Right. Uh, Now, hey guys, how we doing? This range is just starting to get a little bit messy. Cells below look good. Um, 30 minute. So that's going to close in 4 minutes. Okay, 1 second. Let's just look at the range. So a 30-minute flip would work, but that's not going to happen in the next few minutes. So busy working just joined. Good afternoon. You can't be that busy working if you've just joined. General UK, good afternoon. John, good afternoon. So listen, guys, I'm not sure if you're new to this stream or not, but I'm a price action trader. I don't talk about fair value gaps, smart money concepts, just purely price action. So what have we seen? We've got a clear range that's been formed, and between the top of the bottom of the range, we've got a 160 pip range. We have one, two, three, fourth point of reference. So range is defined. What I'm looking for now is how can I take advantage of a potential move to the upside? So essentially, I'd always want to see a buyer candle in play. So if this candle, I mean, we're seeing a rejection candle right now. If the next candle opens and this candle closes above this support level, there and the next candle moves lower, I will buy the break of the high. Okay. But we're going to wait. We're going to wait about 3 minutes just to see how it closes. Because what we could happen is we could see that this candle will close below and then we've got a breakout system. Okay. So the key here is not to jump ahead of the gun and just wait for the market to give us the clues. So, sorry, not a lot of sleep again last night. Not sure I'll be doing a Asian session, even though it's where a lot of the money's being made at the minute. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and then we can make a decision as to which way we go. Yep. Okay, so we're getting a bullish close now. We have M15. Interesting. The candle structure is quite a bit different on my broker to what I'm seeing. Hi, Magix, how we doing? GRD, good afternoon. James Jupp, good afternoon. Muvaba, good afternoon. Norby, Brittany, Tommy, Big Harvey. Yeah, so who's on YouTube, guys? Let me know who's on YouTube. Very quiet on there. No one said anything. Let me see. Hello. Just check everyone's alive. Oh, well, yes. Mr. Cole, good afternoon. Daniel, Kai, Finn, Katerina, Slinky Dog, Andreas J, Kaylin, good afternoon, team. Good afternoon. Okay, so yeah, we're waiting for this candle to close. I'm going to change screens now because we could potentially get a trade here. Okay, I'm going to change on X successful. We are going to be buying, and especially now this candle's wicking down. So I'm going to open calc. Oh, we need to hurry. Pending order. So there we go. Let's do that. Open trade. Okay, so we see support is being formed. I'm not buying above the high of this candle, even though the market's wicked down. I'm buying above this one because this is where the market's rejected. Now, what I need to do is I need to put partial TP in. Now, I'm going to wait till it triggers because every time I place my partial TP, you'll see right now. So I'm just going to go add new, but watch what happens. As soon as this trade triggers, you watch it prove me wrong. That partial TP is going to disappear. As soon as it triggers, this is one of the issues that I've been having with magic keys recently. So let's see if it does it this time. Oh, it didn't. Okay, so shut up, Mark. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, mate? Don't even know how to use magic keys. All right, let's push stops up underneath the lows. Okay, so we've got 15 pip and 30 pip T1, T2, and then we'll just let it run. All right, so stop loss at entry now. We just gone 10 pips. There you go. There's 15 pip first target. So well done, team. Easy, easy, easy. Pips on the board. That's what we like. No messing around. Straight in. Boom. So guys, if you took that trade with me, just hit some likes and say yes in the chat. T1 Peter Cole, well done, buddy. Pakor, well done. Prosha, hey guys, yes. So listen, if it gets stopped at break even, it gets stopped at break even. Who cares? We just scaled half out. Got T1. Easy money. There we go. Done. Right. Now we're going to sit on the sidelines and wait. Easy pips. So let's just update our stats. NASDQ short or long? I've not had a look yet, but my bias is short. And I do think that we could potentially see gold go short if we see a big drop in the indexes. So as much as we have a massive strong trend on gold, I think we could see a move to the downside. So that takes our tally now to 35 wins, 4 losses, and 10 break evens. So if you had been part of this free channel since the 1st of August, guys, you could have paid for your annual membership just like that. Side, welcome. Well done. Well done. Well done. So now we're going to sit tight. Let's see what. Let's go back to TradingView while we look and see what is going to happen potentially with the Nasdaq. Now, on another note, for those of you that are here, if you are new and you haven't yet registered for our free channel, free giveaway, then you can do so by clicking this link here. When you click on that link, all you do is just answer a couple of questions and you will be entered into our free draw. And next week on Monday, I will be giving away 1 month's membership. So 1 month's membership. All you need to do is click on that link, fill out a few details. We did a draw yesterday, and the draw yesterday was for a 1-hour coaching session with myself. That was won by Simon Webster. We did the draw live here on live stream. So let's take a look, see what's going on with these indexes. Ooh, okay. 10 minutes. If this candle closes like this in 10 minutes, we've got to sell. I'd be quite interested to sell that now, to be fair, based off the 5, but I'm not going to drop down to the 5. But we've got 10 minutes to wait. 10 minutes to wait. I'm looking. So look, guys, what's the setup? So this, no, this is the NASDAQ. We, yeah, this is a BPC setup. So if we look here, I'll draw it on for you so you can so you can see. Right. What's, I'm not quite sure what was going on there. So here was our support level. The market broke out. So there's your breakout. Then we've had a pullback. So breakout, pullback. Now it doesn't need to come to this area. I'm not a breakout and retest trader. If it does, it does. All I'm looking for is resistance to form. And a resistance to form is just buy a candle followed by a seller candle. That's it. And then what I want to see is clear candle space. So I'm looking for white bodies, nice big white bodies that I can trade into. If we've got big white bodies down here, that's clear space. And that means that if we get our setup, once it's closed and the next candle wicks up, then we can look for more downside. Okay, so, and look, if I just bring up the rules for you. So we'll go text, BPC short. We'll just let the text have a moment to auto generate, and there we go. So, do we have a downtrend? Yes. Has the breakout happened? Yes. Do we have a minimum of 2 candles pulling back? And I've said specifically up range bullish. So yes, up range bullish we do. So first one we have a bullish candle, then we have an up range bullish, then an up range bullish, then an up range bullish, then an up range bullish. So we've got 5 bullish candles and 4 up range bullish candles. So the next one we need to see a bearish candle close. That's it. If we get that, then we're waiting for a wick up. We know we've got clear candle space to trade into, sell on the low, trade it down to support at least, and that will be win number 36. If that made sense, if that analysis made sense to you guys, just hit some likes in the chat and just comment yes. So it's very simple price action, guys. Thanks, Magics. Yeah, I know you're following. So why is simple stuff always the best stuff? What does BPC stand for? Breakout, pullback, continuation. Breakout, pullback, continuation. Okay, it just saves me writing down 3 big words. Can't spell this one wrong. Okay, so that's what we're waiting for. Gold is doing nothing. It's still set on that level. Uh, so we've got 7 minutes. 7 minutes for this candle to close. DAX is doing the same. Oh, DAX is also very interesting. DAX broke Friday's low, and that's the I've only been watching gold today. Nice 170 points below there. Did anyone? There's your setup. Did anyone take this? Any member get on the DAX earlier? Did any of my members get on that? Why did gold drop so much at 7 a.m.? No idea. And if anyone tells you that they know, they don't. It could have been a huge order. It could have been profit taking. It could be a whole host of things. And people will always give you a reason why something's done something. They'll create a rhetoric or a story around the price action. At the end of the day, you don't know. No one knows what causes anything. The only thing we know is at that period, there was more sellers than buyers. And that's it. Yeah, because there was no news, there was no nothing. So all we know is that there was more sellers than buyers at that period of time. And it literally just fell off a cliff. Yen Trader, good afternoon. Anthony Torres, good afternoon. Charles, good afternoon. Ivana, Stim. So, what we got? Yeah, 5 minutes. Ooh, so no setup if it stays like that. So look at that. NASDAQ has just, that 15-minute candle has just completely spun round, or 30-minute candle, I should say. There you go. 15 has completely spun around. So there is no setup whatsoever. It looked nice for a period, but this is why we wait for the candle to close. If we'd have just sold underneath the low of that candle right now, you'd be sweating. You'd be like, why didn't I just wait for the candle to close? But instead, we waited for the candle to close. And it may mean that we sacrifice some pips on entry, more often than not. Uh, Peanut is because you put a buy order in. Love it. Um, Thank you, Natoy. Mr. Buckley, good afternoon. Did you manage to sort out your little thing, buddy? Is it all back online for you now? Wangari, good afternoon. So, TKG Detailing, welcome back. So, look, gold is just from being absolutely traveling to orbit, it then just decided to absolutely tank. This here was a lovely buy this morning. Through here, this was a lovely buy. You could have taken it on the 15, you could have taken it on the 30. This was the cleanest chart, I think, when you look at it, because you got a nice big rejection candle. Next candle wicked down, came at least halfway into the body, and then broke the highs and just pushed up. Hourly worked as well, but again, it just it's already moved a big chunk. You know, the size of the candles don't really make sense at the minute. So like even like 5 minute candles are bloody huge today. So you just got to be very, very careful how you uh, put yourself in the market. Yeah. So when the market's as volatile as it has been this morning, you're better off reducing risk or staying away from it. Because yes, you can look and go, oh wow, if I'd have kept my risk, I could have made X, Y, and Z. But the reality is you could lose 4 or 5 times more than what you would normally lose. So make sure whatever you do, when the markets are as volatile as this, you are super, super disciplined and you rein in your risk. Right. Anyone new to the stream today? Anyone new? So DAX is looking pretty bleak. NASDAQ's off for me now. Uh, so 1 minute we have a setup on the DAX. It looks like. Yeah, you got 40 pips down to there. The next candle wakes up, we can sell the DAX. Now, because we've already moved like 340 points, um, I'll use 15 pips stop, move stops to break even. Pracha, thanks for the follow. Right, so we're waiting for a wick up. Let's change screens. Oh shit, that's the wrong lot size. Uh, German specification. No, there we go. Okay, so I've just put a sell stop in on, oh, I've not changed screens yet. So we have a sell stop in on the DAX. I am trying to change screens on TikTok. On YouTube, you should be able to see it. There we go. All right. In fact, let's go 20. And I'm going to stick a 40 pip target in as well. And then we'll let it run. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so Uncle Chop Money, thanks for the follow. Max, good afternoon. Kim Akali, if that's how you say it. Rush, uh, Talanti Group, good afternoon. So look, what we're waiting for now is we've got the confirmation for sellers back into the market. We've had a wick up, so this is the bow and arrow being pulled back, waiting for the arrow to project forwards. And then the next confirmation will be when we break the low of this bearish candle. So if it breaks the low of that bearish candle, what we then do is we move our stop from here and we move it down to above the high of the what we call the trigger candle. So the candle that triggers the trade. Evening, Vic. How are you? So, yeah, that's what we're waiting for, guys. Sitting tight now, waiting for that opportunity. And then if this one comes in, that will be, I'll call it a day. We're about to trigger, close but not. Well, it looks like it's triggered, but it hasn't. So yeah, what we're going to do here, guys, as soon as it triggers, we'll bring our stops down. Oh, exhausted. Daddy, good afternoon. Chart, VQ, Tolu, J Dolku, Zahira, Subhash, Kingant. Yeah, it does feel late, Vic. It does feel late. Yeah, I've got a squash match tonight and coaching session at 9 o'clock. I'm going to be try and get half an hour if I can this afternoon. Ollie Platt, good afternoon. Lucas B. Body. Patrick Villiers, good afternoon. So yeah, listen, this is the DAX guys, or the German 30 or the German 40, however your broker has the symbol is dependent on their liquidity provider. So they're all the same market. The DAX, the German 30, the German 40, all the same market. Just each one could be called something slightly different, a bit like the NASDQ. Somewhere it'll be like the US Tech, somewhere it'll be NDX, another place it'll be NAS 100. So they're all the same market, they just have different symbols depending on the liquidity provider. Right, we're about to trigger this time. So remember, rules, what we're going to do here, guys, is if we see 15 pips, so that's 1,500. If we see 15 pips, we're going to move our stop loss to break even. And you'll know because up here, the numbers will be blue or orange. Blue means we're in profit. Orange means it's negative. And there we go. So let's bring that down. 360 pips down on the day on the DAX. 360, that'd be 380. Hmm. Hold on. I'm going to change my first TP to 15 pips. I'm just a little bit hesitant on the fact we've already done 360 pips. I don't want to feel like I'm chasing the market. So at 10 pips, so I'm going to use the 70% rule, 10 pips. I'll drop stop loss to break even. Let's have a look. H1. Let me go left. Um, I would really have liked this one to have shot off a bit faster, guys. The fact that it's hanging around after breaking the lows, I'm not so keen. So here's what I'm going to do. I will. Do I close half or all of it at entry? Let me have a look at the NASDAQ on another chart. See what we. If this comes back to my entry price, guys, I am going to close it. I just don't like what I'm seeing on the NASDAQ. So I don't know if all of a sudden stocks are, indexes are just going to have like a little bullish move for some reason. NASDAQ's just turning. Right, let's get ready for just a couple of points. I can't see any questions, guys. If questions are coming in, I'm just watching this. I'm going to close the full thing as soon as I see price entry or. So at the minute, I'm basically the spread off side. Zero point 0.3 pips. This is me being pedantic. There we go. I've closed it, guys. I'm not staying in there. Today's been a wild day and we've had a really, really good day. So let's just make this a break-even trade. I'm not that eager. Ooh, gold is moving. Gold is moving. Perfect. Okay, I'd rather trade this. I'd rather trade this in 5 minutes. Right, let's just update the break-evens. 11 break-evens. 35, 4, and 11. 35, 4, and 11. So we're at 39, 50 trades. 50 trades, 35 winners, 4 losses, 11 break evens. So it's not bad. That's all from the live stream. And it's come at a grand cost of nothing to you guys. Nada. All you have to do is make sure you tune in at 1 o'clock. That's it. And you can see what we do, how we do it, and the simple processes we put in place. Now, look, we wanted to see this candle close below, but little issue we have here is another structure point where it's come straight into. Connor Carlton, good afternoon. Lord MacD. Lord MacD. Sounds like someone's very keen on indicators. Zahira, good afternoon. Manuel Jimenez, good afternoon. So let's yeah, we'll stick around till 2:15 or something. Um, there is potentially another short on gold if it closes like this. So because if it closes like this, we're fine because we've got this support level here. Now, if the next candle wicks up and then breaks that low, you've got 138 points to the next zone. So we've got loads of room to the downside, we've got loads of room to the upside. We just got to wait for candles to close. Shayaka FX Academy, good afternoon. Crypto Tony, good afternoon. Uh, Ramiro Woowop, good afternoon. Fianca Vazido. Yeah. So guys, just let me know where you're logging in from. What part of the world, what exotic part of the world are you logging in from? Anywhere, let me know where you are. Let me know how long you've been trading. Are you new to trading? Are you experienced? Are you doing super, super well? I have a buy at 41.45 in the red. That's a lot of pips you're on to the downside. Should I close? Yeah, I can't advise you on what you should do in terms of uh, once you've taken trades. I can only tell you things that I would do. So first thing is, if you got to buy at 41.45, which is around this resistance level, what was the when you took the trade, what was the reason for the trade and how did you say to yourself you're going to manage it? Because if you just bought because you effectively saw these two big candles, and I call this herd mentality, where you see something moving and you just go, do you know what? I want to trade it because it's going up. That this isn't, I'm not trying to say anything wrong, but this is how a lot of retail traders go wrong because there's no plan, there's no process to what they do. So if there's no process, they're just going to trade based on emotion, and emotion will get you into situations you don't really want to be in. So a little bit like this one right now. Forgot to put stop loss and TPs. Uh, Forgot or didn't? Because I don't know how you forget not to put in TPs and stop losses. Watching from Kenya, thank you for the live sessions. It's super helpful. Pleasure magics, no problem. No problem at all. But listen, guys, we can say we forgot, but really, did we? Right. I think there's a. I think you can look for a sell here. So Okay, so I've put a sell stop in underneath the low of this candle here. Uh, I'm gonna go. I'm going to put 12 pips. Now, I'm only putting 12 pips. Normally I'd be doing 10, but just because of the volatility of the market, if I get slipped 2 pips, it just means I still get my 10. What's the low? 1673. Yep, that's okay. Let's get another one in. I'll give it 40 pips. So look, we've got comics has just opened. So we're looking to continue this move lower. Now look, if the market does push up and close back above this level without triggering us, then we're just going to close the trade, cancel the order. I mean, if we get 7 pips up, I'm going to hit stop loss to break even. So blue 70, stop loss goes to break even. Oh, there's TP. That was quick. So did you get that, guys? That's where, oops, that's where things like magic keys comes in real handy. So we're 30 pips up now. Come on, drop, 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 drop. 30, 30. Ooh, got 25. And there we go, 40 pips. Let me know, guys. Please, 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 just please tell me you're making money. The world's wanting to buy, and we're selling. Simple rules, guys. Simple rules, simple actions. If you see anyone, how many people do you see doing this on a daily basis? Just secured something awesome magics. Well, we just got 40 pips and stop is at 11. So we secured 12, then 40. Now we're just waiting. 65 for the day and I'm out. Well done, Slinky Dog. Here comes the next 50. Let's go. Let's go. Got slipped. Yeah, I can believe it. These moves are wild. See, we are going to get slippage. So you just got to. Um, this isn't me being greedy because I've already come out at 40 pips. So I'm just trying to give this last little bit as much room as it can. Pariah, no problem at all. But this is going to be my last trade for the day. Yeah, last trade for me today. So after this, you can ask questions. We can stay online for half an hour. You can share charts, whatever. But I will not be taking any more trades. Don't need to, right? 3 trades, 2 wins, 1 break even. There we go. Now, if you do want to take another trade, if this candle closes above 41.20, then what you can do is you can wait for the next candle to wick down and then buy. But I'm done now. I'm done. We've had a great session. So if you would like to be in with a chance of winning a funded account that starts with 3K and scales up to 60K, or if you would like to be in with a chance of winning a free membership, then pleasure, Jim. If you would like to be in a chance of winning a free membership, then all you need to do is Pura, thank you. I love that. That's great comments. All you need to do is click on this link, and next Monday I will be doing another draw. Another draw. So next Monday I'm going to give away a free membership. So if you want to be in with a chance, if you've already if you've already filled in your details, you don't need to do it again this month. You're automatically entered into next Monday's draw and the draw after. Okay, so you don't need to do it again. If you've already done it, you do not need to do it again. If you haven't done it, just click on that bit.ly link. Just all you have to do is name, email address, phone number. Now, if you give me a bum number or bum email address, then unfortunately, even if you do win it, yeah, I know, Said, I saw you did it again. I wasn't going to say anything, but um, then just don't worry. Once you're in for the rest of the month. So well done, team. Well done, guys. So while we're waiting, obviously you can see Pura Pura QS has just said, I, I'm not sure if it's a he or a she. Sorry, I can't see the picture. My eyes are a bit sore. Um, yeah, we just sold the DAX Gandalf, but I came out of it. I just didn't want to sell after 350 pips down. And then I saw gold breaking, so we closed it for break even and then went on to gold sells. So you can see the comment there. I'm a beginner. I've lost a lot and margin called a lot on gold, but with my help, he's getting better. So that just someone's just checking in on a thanks, Big Harvey. Let me see. I just log in on my phone. Where did I put it? Uh, 1 second. Sandra. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but yeah, now I know why you're called Big Harvey. What do you think about the NAS now? Let's have a look. Yeah, NAS looks good, but you got to wait 7 minutes. Because remember, this candle here would have looked pretty much like this one, but then in the last few minutes, it rallied all the way back up here. Now it has pushed down a little bit more, but yeah, like I said, I do think indexes are going to drop off, but we'll have to wait and see. And I do think that if they do, you probably, oh, I'm looking at the wrong screen. Sorry. Let's change. There we go. That one. And let's change TikTok. KT Trader. What's that? So yeah, look, remember this candle here, 2 candles ago, was a big bearish seller candle. And then it flipped on the last few minutes and closed as, let's call it a hanging man or rejection candle. So seeing this seller candle coming through right now, as long as it closes like that, then that's per. Thank you for entering. As soon as it closes below, if we get a wick up, we can sell the low. So yeah, this week, so next Monday, which will be the 20th, I'm going to give away 1 month's membership. The Monday after, it will be a 3K to 60K scaling account with instant FX capital. Uh, I I entered for giveaway. Hope I will win. Giveaway once in my life. Yeah. Ooh, that's some name. I'm not sure. Wow. high chut. What is chut? And what does chut mean? Anyone? Tell me what chut means? Yeah, so 4 minutes, wait for this candle to close. And then in theory, we have a sell setup on the NAS. So just waiting for that. Oh, lots of likes have come in today. Lots of likes. So um, what would be, so numbers are a little bit lower than not. I think it's chat. Hi chat. Oh, right. Okay, get you. Makes sense. You, um, what's your biggest challenge, guys? So there's what is your biggest challenge? Is it time? Is it knowledge? Is it support? Is it money? Um, what's your biggest challenge? Discipline. Let me know what you say. Discipline always. Sylvian. Anyone else? So, what do you think? If you struggle with discipline, why do you think that is? Why do you think you struggle with discipline? Uh, someone's put relationships. Uh, love it. Best comment yet. What do you struggle with? Relationships. Love it. What is it? Your relationship to a bottle of rosé. It's winning a trade after increased lot size and blow account after. Um, so it's winning a trade after you increase a lot size. So how much you increasing the lot size by? And what made you increase the lot size? So remember, lot sizing should only be increased based on performance. Imagine going to the gym. You don't go in and one day you bench press 100 kg. You don't all of a sudden go in the next day and lift 250 kg. It takes time to get there, right? So look, Nasdaq's dropped too much. Um, more money and gamble addiction. Okay. Well, at least you've been truthful. Uh, you could look for a breakout on the hourly on the Nasdaq. Yeah, gold's taken another dive. It's like 85 pips down from where we sold. Our 40, as nice as it looks, 85 looks even better. Yeah, so listen, always remember to when you are trading, just have a process, and that's why the repetition that I share on here of what we do, why we do it, is so you can just see that simple things work. You don't need to trade big, or you don't need to trade loads and loads of times. Yeah, so like on those two trades just now, I don't know what do we do? $1,000. So $1,045. So look, not massive, but look, if you can do that most lunch times, and then you have the this morning on the London session did just under $1,700. So is $3,000 day for a few trades and a very simple process. But obviously you see other people out there trading, they've got $50,000, 100,000, whatever. Look, that's their trading, whatever. I can't comment on that. But what I can show you is I sit here and trade live in front of you every day. Okay. Now, if you want to be part of that community where not only do you get myself, but you get my team that have been trading now in this way for multiple years, and they're all getting excellent results and sharing charts in the group every day. That's where you get the benefit. Okay. Not only is it because, look, I'm not going to teach new things every day. I do the same thing. It's boring. It's boring. The process is boring. Yeah. Because if you make it exciting, then it's like if you want to create an addiction, it has to tick certain boxes in terms of uh, uh, the six human needs. You need to tick at least three of those boxes for something to become addictive. So when you're trading, how this becomes addictive is it'll tick variety, okay? And then maybe you have big wins. Um, so Big Harvey, you can if you're on WhatsApp, seven +44 7356237 138. You can why did that not allow me? So 7356237 138. Just put a plus sign before the 44. Drop me a WhatsApp. Um, you're based in Norway if I'm not mistaken, aren't you? We've got a couple of Norwegian, one a very good friend in from Norway who's in the group. But yeah, ultimately, this is what we do, and it's not about rewriting the record books every day. And this is where people go wrong. They want uh, there's in fact Vic's a really good example, right? So Vic. Uh, and Dan Shilson, Anna. Okay, so Vic, he's on YouTube right now. So he did a course with me in, I think it was May 2024, 2-day course. Didn't really sink in, if I'm honest. And he did it again in June this year with his daughter. And since then, he's been so disciplined. That's it. And he is chipping away every day, just getting a bit here, a bit there, and we can see the difference. He's setting the standards in the group. So got a few members that are doing really well. And some people when they have a bad patch, which can be a little bit of a self-destruction period, always send them away, go away, take time away from the charts, and then come back. Uh, where's Frankie? Frankie's come back on fire. So yeah, Big Harvey, if you just send me a WhatsApp on that number, I'll come back to you and let you know about joining and different things like that. That's what we do for our members. So outside of these live streams, we do 6 other live streams for our members throughout the week. Then we've got a watch list channel, we've got a trade setup channel, and then the members channel. So hey, Pura, thank you. I'm glad you're learning. Remember, we're all learning because right now these market conditions, they're different. They're different. They're very friendly because predominantly it's a one-way journey. It's predominantly gold's just going up, right? But how many times have you tried to take a gold long trade in the last few weeks and probably got stopped out and lost? So things that you're having to do now that will have been different will be you're probably having to reduce your lot sizing because the candles are so much bigger. You can extend your TPs because the candles are bigger. There's no point like you see me today, I've gone 15 and 40 instead of 10 and 20. You can give your targets, you can give them bigger targets because there's more volatility in the market. There's no point reducing your risk to cover the volatility, but then not extending your targets, because then all you're doing is you're taking from your P&L, you're taking away from your bottom line. Now, at some point, this manic buying of gold is going to come to an end and normality will sort of come back again. What that looks like and when that'll happen, who knows? But right now, we have to make the most of these kind of situations. So wherever you see clear traffic, take advantage of it. Yeah. So let's NASDAQ. Hmm. Now, this on the lower time frame, 87. Uh, if I was to look at this now on the lower time frame, I would only be looking at sells below 24,358 and 24,578, 24,578. It's 22, it's 58, and buys above here. Unfortunately, this is going to be a no trade range for now. So that would be my no trade range because there's not enough room between breaking out here and then getting up to the next resistance level, breaking out here and getting up to the next resistance level. Morning, fellow trader. Please accept my well wishes for today's session. I wish everyone an awesome session. Lightning, we love your uh, kindness. Let's put it that way. We love your kindness. Always comes in, drops a nice comment in the chat, wishes everyone well. Top, top, top. Love it. Uh, yeah, so let's just say, oh, gold. Right, so let's just redo the structure on gold because it's now gone. So what do we notice? Let's start with the daily. Now, what type of candle is today's candle at the minute? What type of candle is it? And what will it finish? It, today's candle will almost 100% finish a particular candle. If it doesn't, I would eat a straw hat. What type of candle do you think today's candle will finish as? Yeah, we've had 3 trades, 2 wins, 1 break even, so it's been a good session. Yeah, Peter Cole, Dan, exactly. It's going to be an uprange. It's going to be an uprange candle, no matter which way we look at this. In order for this not to be an uprange candle, it would have to drop another $103. I can almost guarantee that's not going to happen, but obviously I can't say that because something could happen. But law of averages would say that the market is not going to drop another $103. So therefore, today's candle is 99% likely to be an uprange candle. So in on that basis, we're in a strong uptrend and we're seeing potentially a bearish uprange candle. So that's fine. 4-hour chart. Now, what do we notice on the 4-hour chart? Each time we've seen some sort of correction, there's been at least 2 bearish candles. We've seen one, and then it's been a buyer candle. So in theory, we could see this one, maybe another one after this. So I'd be looking for at least another downrange candle. Now, if we go to the hourly chart, okay, here we go. Support, we can drop in here. All right, let's go to the 30. See if we change anything. No, that's still going to be there. 30 is going to be in at that point, and we will be then looking for buyers to come back in as price tests the 4100 even handle. So we've got multiple things. We've got support and we've got a psychological number. So we're looking for that to come in. So we've seen it happen here. We saw it happen here. This was a perfect trade. We took this morning. So now what we're waiting for is the same kind of setup to come in here. So this would be, you can look at it as a BPC trade. You can look at it as like a range trade kind of thing. I'd go more in line with the BPC to form either the next resistance level up here, and then we can start talking about ranges. But this is where I'd definitely be looking for buyers to come back in. Chances are we're going to see something like this where the market sweeps through the support level, creates a bottom wick. I don't care because even if it does that, I'm not doing anything until we see buyers come back in. So I need to see price close back above that level. Cheers, Big Harvey. See you tomorrow, mate. Take care. So yeah, we're just going to wait for price to come down, test this area, and then potentially close back above it. Once that happens, we wait for buyers to come in. Once we have a buyer candle, we know then in theory we've got two bearish downrange candles to work with. We've got clear traffic, and if we look at that right now in terms of a range, we've got 230 pips. 230 pips up for grabs there. So wait for this kind of setup. So if I was to map it out, what would it look like? We're going to see price come down. We're going to see maybe a buyer candle with a long tail. The next candle wick down, we buy the high of the buyer candle and trade it back up in towards 41.30. So there's a potential, I don't know, maybe $20, 200 pips up for grabs if we can get that. If we don't and it just continues going down, I would leave it. Okay, I would leave it and wait for maybe tomorrow or an Asian session tonight where we can trade a BPC short. Any questions, guys? Yeah. Pepperstone. Whereabouts are you based? Ah, Manchester. Um, yeah, I mean, look, I've used them in the past, but that's when I knew the CEO. I don't have anything to do with them now. I've not used them for maybe since 2014. So it's going to be a good 11 years since I've done anything with Pepperstone. Back then, mm, they had a decent reputation. I mean, I don't know what spreads are, costs, execution like that. So they're things that you'll have to look into. Which session would you say is the best with your strategy? Look, I mean, ultimately, the sessions are never the same, right? So, one period you might say that the Asian session is having all the moves, then another time you might say it's the London session. So, right now, I would say the best moves are happening between US and Asia. But saying that, we had some lovely trades this morning through the London session. But at the minute, Asian session has been rocking. So as soon as we're getting up at like 5 a.m., gold has been up anywhere between $30 and $60 this last week. So yeah, Asia's definitely setting the tone for the day. But by all means, if anyone has any questions, you can get me on WhatsApp, which is 07356 237 138. Drop me a WhatsApp and I'll happily answer any questions. Gold's still going. Now, like I was saying, I don't mind as long as we come down, we create a bottom wick, and then if we get back above the level, it's going to be a decent setup. All right, guys. I think now remember. Oh, uh, yeah. I would say that's going to be it for today. I don't think there's any point me sticking around for any longer, because I'm not going to be placing any more trades. So first and foremost, guys, for those of you that have turned up and have been uh, partaking, well done. And I'll be back to. Oh, let me check. Uh, mm, 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 mm. What do we say? Tomorrow. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can do tomorrow. All right, guys, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Thanks for joining, team. Take care. Bye bye.